Hey everyone, good afternoon. It's Mr. Montgomery, and let's talk about what we did yesterday, real quick. Yesterday, we learned all about fact families and how for every addition sentence, you can make two different addition sentences that give you a big number, right? And then we can take those same three numbers and make a subtraction problem. Today we're doing something very similar, but we're going to do it the opposite way. We're going to start with subtraction to help us make an addition problem. So we always go from addition to subtraction. Today we're going to go from subtraction to addition. Might sound a little scary, but I promise you it's not. It's not bad at all. So hold on, let me figure out what numbers we're going to use today. Okay, I'll give you guys a second to draw this for number one. I figured out our numbers, and since we're starting with subtraction, we have a whole number, and then we have one part. So there is a part we know, and then there is the part we don't know. So go ahead and draw these four circles, because our one part is going to be 4. Our whole number is going to be 11. And then make sure you write 11 in that little box up top. All right. So now we need to make these two numbers into a subtraction sentence, right? So what number goes first in a subtraction sentence? Is it the part, which is 4, or the whole number, which is 11? Well, it's going to be the whole number always goes first in subtraction. And just like what we did before, a couple chapters ago, I'm sure you all remember how we would have to draw the missing part or the part we don't know in a subtraction problem. So we would count on, right? So we're going to count on from 4 all the way to 11. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'll put one right there, 11. So we have our 11 dots. Let's see what our part we didn't know was. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the part we didn't know was 7. And guys, if you really don't like drawing the circles, you can of course use a number line if that is easier for you. I have no problem with that at all. So our subtraction sentence was 11 minus 4. And we figured out what the number or the part we didn't know was because we counted on, or you could use a number line. So 11 minus 4 equals 7. And we've done this before. But now we have to make this into an addition problem, right? So we've done this the opposite way where we take addition into subtraction, but this time we have to make sure we take these parts and put them first because we know our answer is going to be 11 because that is the whole number. So what we're going to do is take this 4 and put it over here. And then we're going to take the 7 and put it right there. And then 4 plus 7, it has to equal this big number we have, which is 11, because we're just using the same three numbers. But you know there is another way we can write this, because we know that there are two ways we can write any addition problem. So let me just go back a little bit here. What if I didn't want to put the 4 here? I could also put 7 there and then 4 afterwards. It doesn't matter which number you put first because we're combining numbers. We're not taking away, we're just combining. And no matter which way you combine it, we will still get our number 11. Now let me think of a new whole number and a new part for us to work on. Okay, I'm going to give you all a quick minute to draw these 6 circles on the one side of our chart. And our whole number is going to be 13. All right, I think you guys should be able to draw those circles already. Now let's look at what we have here. So we have to make a subtraction problem with the number 13 as our whole number, and we have 6 dots. So I'll write the number 6 off to the side here, just in case we happen to forget. And which number are we going to put first in our subtraction sentence? The 6 or the 13? Well, we're going to put that 13 because that is our whole number. Oh, you know what? That's not a pretty 13. Let me make a better one. That's a little better. So we always put the big whole number first. And how can we tell which one is the whole number? Well, you could say, well, Mr. Montgomery, the whole number is in the little box up top. Or we could think, you know what? We know this is the whole number because it's bigger. It's a bigger number, so it has to go first. And our next number, so it's going to be 13 minus what other number do we have? We have 6. So write that down. And now, of course, we have to find our missing part. Now you can use a number line like I said before, or you can count along with me, and we're going to count up to 13 from 6. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. 6. All right. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So now we have our 13 dots. We have to look back at how many we drew. So let's go back and count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 7 dots on this side, and that's the part we didn't know. So 13 minus 6 equals 7. Well, easy enough. We've all done this before. But now we have to make our addition sentence, right? And of course, we know that there are 2 ways we can write an addition sentence with these numbers. The first way, we just kind of shift everything over one, and it would be 6 plus, shift that number over, 7. So we have our 6, our 7, and what's the third number we're using? 13. Because we're just rearranging the same 3 numbers because they are related facts. And we've done that before. And of course, like we just said a little bit ago, we can write this addition sentence another way if we wanted to. We could use the same 2 parts, but write them in different orders, right? So we can take 7 first and 6 second, because we're combining. When you're adding together, it never matters which order. And 7 plus 6 is still 13. All right, now go ahead, open up your work mats and turn to the next page to number 1. All right, everyone, I'll give you a couple seconds to open up to this page. All right, so let's get started. We're just going to kind of walk through number 1 together because they kind of did it for us already, but we want to understand why they did what they did. So let's kind of walk through it together. So our whole number is 14, and they wrote that down right there. And then the part we know is 8. So we have 8 yellow dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they wrote that down right there. All right. But then we have to find the missing part. So what we're going to do is we can do what we already know how, the one way we know how to solve it. We can count on or use a number line. So we can, so what I'm going to do here is count on from 8 all the way to 14. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So we counted up to 14 and we look back at how many circles we drew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 14 minus 8 equals 6. All right, wasn't too bad. And then to make a addition sentence with these two numbers, we just kind of shift them over like that. Because the parts have to go hug the plus sign. So the 8 has to hug the plus sign on one side, and the 6 has to hug the plus sign on the other side. And 8 plus 6 is 14. Or if I wanted to check my work, or if I just really, oh, ooh, no, it's not a good line. I'll draw a good line for this. Say I want to draw a number line. And I want to, let's see, start with 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And I'll use a special other color to make it stand out for you. So say I wanted to use a number line and count my jumps all the way to 14, right? Because they're giving us one part, and where they're giving us the whole number, we need to find out what the missing part is. So I'm going to put my finger on 8 and jump all the way to 14 and then count my jumps. And the amount of jumps it takes is going to be the missing number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it took us 6 jumps. And look, we already had 6 down. So we just double checked our work and we know that we have the right answer, which is awesome. So go ahead and try number 2 on your own. I think you guys got this and you'll be okay, but I'll give you a quick minute and then we'll go over number 2 together. All right, I think that should have been enough time for you. Let's go over number 2 together. Now I'll do this both ways for you, and I'll just get a number line set up. And we know that the part we know is 9, so I'll have number line will start with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh my gosh. It's going to be a big number line. 16, 17. Oh man, 18. Have to make a bigger number line. And 19. Okay. So I'm going to do this both ways in case you like to use a number line instead of counting on with our circle charts. So I'm going to do the chart first. So we have 9 yellow dots, and we're going to count on from 9 all the way to 17. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So I count all the way up to 17, so I stop. See how many I made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I made 8 circles. So 17 minus 9 equals 8. And if you want to use a number line, you of course can do that. And we start from 9, the number we know, and we jump all the way to 17 because we know that is the whole number. And then we count our jumps. So put our finger on 9 and only count the jumps. When you put your finger on 9, don't say 1 when you point to it. We do not count putting our finger on that number. We only count how many jumps. So this is 1 jump. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I stopped because I counted all the way up to the number 17 that I wanted. So we count the jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 8. I had 8 jumps, and the number we had before is 8. So all of our work is absolutely 100% right. So 9 plus what equals 17? Well, wait, it's the answer we got for subtracting. It's going to be 8, because these three numbers work together. 17, 9, and 8, they're related facts, and they're going to be their own fact family, which we'll do more of later. So make sure that you have the right answer, that you understand what we're doing. If you are a little confused, then come see me on the carpet with our other friends that I'm also teaching. If you're good to go, go ahead onto the next page and do those all on your own. Do not help each other. Um, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have fun with this, okay?